Larry Mackey returning to the show after a couple of months hiatus. It's great to have you back.
Oh, I'm so glad to be back. Yeah, and it feels so much better. It's just wonderful. Yep.
Larry had a hip replacement, and he just did 3 cartwheels right along,
well,
right along the run.
2.5.
Right, okay. But you did a rag off.
Yeah,
no,
that's
it was
right.
good.
You're going to the...
Yes, tomorrow. The one-day road trip to Kelowna. And so Larry brought this in, and this is apparently from 1939. Is that right? Mm-hmm. And this is the King George and his wife,
Mary.
Queen... It says, and Queen Elizabeth. Oh, this is his daughter?
Yeah. Pardon me, I'm sorry.
No.
Yes,
so would this be his, this is obviously our queen now, but this is from...
No, that's the Queen Mother.
Oh, this is the Queen Mother,
and
yes.
Elizabeth was named after her.
And it does look like the Queen Mother, in fact. I should have gotten that the first time.
She's gone now. Both of them are gone.
So what was the name of that movie? Because this is George, the one that had the stuttering problem.
Oh, yeah, that was him. That's him with the stutter, yeah.
What was that called again?
The
Great movie.
The King's...
something.
Yeah, the guy came in and helped him with his stuttering and all that. That was a good movie.
Anyway, so Larry's going to let me take this tomorrow to Kelowna. And
I'd go to Kelowna, but I'm bitter with Kate and William over... they picked a city in BC to name their first child after. Why didn't they pick Prince Kamloops?
Because I think personally they had no say over where they were going in BC, and they probably aren't aware necessarily that Prince George is a city in our province. I'm just being honest. And I doubt they even know that.
I'm only making a joke of that, but I think Prince Kamloops would have been a good name.
Prince Kamloops? Yeah. Or Prince Larry?
Yeah, Prince Larry. Yeah,
I was startled when Princess Charlotte wasn't called Susan, of course, right?
Yeah. This is another, this is Queen Margaret. That's the Queen's sister. She came to Kamloops in 1958, and that's a picture of it that somebody took in 1958
Did
of her
you live here when she was...
I wasn't in town in 58, no, I didn't come till 72. But
she and her sister look quite a bit alike, I'd have to say.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, and I came today to speak mostly about the Antique and Crafters Mall, I mean, the Antique and Collectibles show that's semi-annual and happens at... Cottonwood every year.
I went to that.
Yeah, you did.
It was fun.
Yeah, and there's such a selection of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't bring enough to even do it any real service or not, but I brought some old bills, as you can see.
These are fun.
And there's King George VI again on that.
There's that George getting all of his face.
Yeah. And there's going to be stuff like that at the show. Old money. There'll be antique glass. There'll be just an absolute myriad
There's something for everybody.
Jewelry, you know that. There's just...
I bought a beautiful jewelry box there. It's old, and I love it. I put all of my earrings in it. All of my little small earrings go in there. And from you, I got a record player brush that wipes off the dust.
Yeah,
Jeff loves it.
And who was on there? There was, I forgot the name of the person that's on there, because it was a real neat old one. Yeah, that was a beauty.
I remember that.
I brought some old comics to show, only because they have some famous people on them.
Oh, yeah. Look at that, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
It took a cat.
That's how young he is there.
Yeah, super
That was
young.
when he did his series Rawhide.
Okay, that's so great.
So they made a whole series of comics of that.
Who's the other fellow, do you know?
Yeah, he was, he played, Clint Eastwood played Rowdy Yates, and this fellow... Oh, I'd have to open it up to look. I forget his name now.
We're not going to open it up right now.
Yeah,
10 cents.
10 cents, yep.
So how old is this then?
That would be 58 or 59.
So great.
And this one is the first edition they ever did of Bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first copy of Bonanza ever put out. And you know how popular that show was. That was crazy popular.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a huge hit.
And here's another icon.
The left-handed gun, Billy the Kid.
Paul Newman.
That's awesome. Paul Newman was a knockout.
Yeah.
He was a good-looking fella.
There he is that was very young, too. That's in the 50s, hey?
Yeah.
How
long have you had these?
Quite a while.
Yeah.
And there's Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen,
and he had his series called Wanted Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
He played a bounty hunter. And it was wonderful. I brought these on because you're going to see nostalgic things at this show. You're going to see things that you remember from the past and want back. And this is kind of like some of the stuff you're going to see.
Fun. Yeah, there's something for everyone there. There's all kinds of stuff. It's just fun to walk through it.
And I brought this little display here that you can
Coins.
see. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what are these from? 1972.
Yeah, they're the 76 Olympics in Montreal. And they're silver, and they have the different sports on them, and there'll be... This is another kind of a thing that you might see at the show. You will see at the show, because I'll bring some, and so there'll be stuff like this.
How long do you have to have these coins and keep them until they become valuable?
Well, what people do, there's two ways of looking at it. The lowness of the print of the coin dictates value, and also, if they're made out of a precious metal like silver, the silver value going up causes them to rise in price. A lot of people use these as a hedge against inflation, so they buy them, store them away in case something happens where paper money means nothing, and they'll have silver and gold. And you can always do a transaction if you have silver and gold.
Sure.
So there's a mixed way of collecting these things.
Yeah.
These are very collectible now. And
I have quite a few coins. I'm low on gold bars though, so if you have any of those, definitely
I don't
bring
have
them
in bars. I have them in coins, so I should have brought some to show you.
Do you have gold coins?
And
They must be heavy.
When you feel them, it does something to you. You go, this is a solid chunk of gold.
That's because gold is worth so much, right? It's crazy.
Absolutely,
it's crazy. Anyway, some great stuff. This taking place, so this coming weekend.
Friday from 4 till 8, and Saturday all day.
Okay.
It's going to be fabulous. So if you get a chance, there's so many times to get there, and the place is packed. It's a full venue, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to wave the flag, and thank you for letting me take this tomorrow.
My pleasure.
Yeah, lots of fun. Larry Mackey, if you'd like to get a hold of him, his phone number is on the screen right now. As well, his email is lmackey@telus.net. Telus.net. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.